Welcome everybody to What Your Rise of Nations Country Says About You, Part 2! Disclaimer, everything in this video is purely satire, and every nation's play style varies on player to player. First up, we have the biggest tank spammer in Europe, Germany. Almost every German player has a weird obsession with reviving Mustache Man and invade Poland to begin gameplay. They also decide, in their small, fragile brains, that spamming a small nation with tanks 5 minutes into the game is funny and cool, but in reality, they are just bullies and worth nothing endgame. Also, as a Germany player, you start unnecessary beef with France as soon as the game begins and always want to reenact World War II with everyone around you. Enough Germany slander. Now we will get on to our second and much cooler nation, Liechtenstein. As a Liechtenstein player, you are absolutely a Chad, but always get invaded 3 minutes into the game by one of these three nations, Switzerland, Germany, or Benelux. But when you do survive the horrible outcome of European war, you grow to be one of the greatest micronations the game has ever seen. You also, for some reason, always have major relations with global superpowers like the USA and India. Regardless, Liechtenstein players are by far the best to protect off the start because they end up being the biggest and coolest players. Next country is Venezuela, the Saudi Arabia of South America. Despite all the oil money Venezuela has, they always end up to be in a debt crisis. They also always find Colombia to be a player and require aid from the USA or Brazil to win the war against Colombia. But if Brazil and Colombia aren't players, they will just spam tanks to take over South America, then form to become huge in South America. For some reason, Venezuela always ends up going to Africa, despite knowing there is nothing they need there, besides maybe 2 units of titanium. Last, but not least, we have Elon Musk, land also known as South Africa. South Africa is the best country to play as in Africa because they practically poop out diamonds and chromium. They also have some of the best formables, for example, the African Union, which is basically a money-making machine. They have easy access to South America through naval units, and they have easy access to the Middle East through India and Saudi Arabia. South Africa is the easiest path to world conquest and 200 million income. I would go as far to say South Africa is the best rise of nations country and only the best players play as South Africa. Thank you for watching, and as always, like and subscribe for more content and Rise of Nations videos.